Good evening, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shaka here at StormChaserJS.com. Taking a look at the snow that we're going to have this evening and really tonight here in southern New England. Also, what is going to be one heck of a warm-up coming right after the snowfall. So a lot of fun and games next week to 2 weeks. So let's start here with the snowfall forecast here from the run of the Her through tomorrow morning. This is about the time it's going to end, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can see what the Her has a lot of 3 to 5 inch snowfall amounts, and that's kind of what I have for my forecast. Large area 3 to 5, and then 1 to 3 here on the Cape and Islands. Her may be a little bit higher here. It looks like 4 inches here on most of the Cape, but I believe the warmer air and the warmer guidance will be correct in the situation here with the Cape being a little bit more of a rain-snow mix than more mainly snow. So here is the model forecast from the Her. Here is the radar of what's going on now. You can see the wave off to the southwest, the precipitation beginning to overspread the region. Temperatures are in the low to mid 30s. You can see here at my place, temperatures 30 degrees. The dew point's coming up. The dew point this morning was around 3 until early this afternoon was around 3. We've come up considerably into the mid-teens and upper teens, and we'll continue to get into the 20s for dew points as the evening progresses. You can see it's a little bit after 5:30 now. And the temperature has fallen from 36 down to 30, and we should get down to about 28 later on tonight. So again, the snow event that's coming in, not that impressive. Thankfully, it's quick moving, and that it will get out of here in time not to mess up our warm-up that's coming up starting really Monday. Now, let me pull up the images here that I need. Now, here is the GFS Ensemble days 2 and 3. This is starting 12Z the 19th. This is Monday into Tuesday. 12Z the 19th and the 12Z Tuesday. So this is the temperatures for the Monday period. You can see here in New England 6, 7, 8 C above normal. But you can see this area here of 13 to 17 C above normal. And that will translate east for Tuesday. Here's Tuesday the 20th to the 21st. You can see large area here. Looks like this is this shading here of brown where I have the mouse starts, not brown, I guess, I don't know, whitish brown in between that transition color here. 13 and to upwards of close to 20 C above normal for the day. Tuesday, we're going to see a lot of 60s and 70s, even some 80s in the mid-Atlantic and down to the southeast. But here in New England, this is going to be very, very impressive for this time of year. If not 2 days in the 70s, I mean, that is insane after being in a winter storm warning, which the southern part of the region is now, winter weather advisory elsewhere. And then here's Wednesday, the 21st to the 22nd, 12Z. This is a little blunted here than what I think it's going to be, but you can still see upwards of 13 to 16 C above normal here in southern New England, and the European's a little bit more warmer than this. The European Ensemble mean is lower to mid-70s. The GFS Ensemble is upper 60s. But the point is, it's going to be warm. We're going to see records go off the chain. The records, I've got a whole list of records that I made, and a lot of them are in the 50s and lower 60s for the highs on Wednesday. We expect, at least I expect to take those, and I think a lot of us expect to take those. And also the overnight lows Tuesday night with the warm air advection coming in to the region. We're going to have lows in the 50s, if not lower 60s. In the region Tuesday night. So 54 to 60, 61 degrees Tuesday night, which is pretty incredible. Again, remind you, those are the record highs for this time of year. Never mind, those are the forecast lows, which will be the record highs that are previously in place for the time period. And again, looking at the average lows, like let's say a couple places along the northeast and mid-Atlantic coast have a low of 60 Tuesday night. That is the average low that I saw down in Key West, Florida, and parts of the Caribbean. So that is the average low you see in the Caribbean this time of year. Not in D.C., not in New York, not in Boston, where these places have a shot at having overnight lows in the low to mid-60s Tuesday night. So again, a very, very impressive warm air mass, and then here comes the cold in behind. But the cold is really going to stay in the western part of the United States for the longer term, and you'll see that here. Here's the days 0 through 5. Again, the core of the warmth in the east and the core of the cool plains and into the west. Days 5 through 10 look like this. And here we are at 500 millibars, days 5 through 10. Again, the ridge here in the east, the trough out west. So the polar vortex is up here or northwest of the shore of Hudson Bay, up here in the Western Territories, I guess, of Canada. Whatever else is up here, that land mass, if you will. Here's the temperatures, 11 through 16. Again, you can still see holding on to the warmth here in the eastern part of the United States and the cool remaining back in the western part of the United States and western Canada. Here we are at 500 millibars, and it's starting to get interesting here because there's some speculation that these two ridges will connect over the top, and you'll put a trough in the lower 48. These two troughs will connect. These two ridges will connect, and again, widespread cold going into the month of March. I don't really buy that at the moment, seeing the analogs and the teleconnections, that I believe the ridge will try to hold firm here in the eastern part of the United States. But again, a lot of things going on, a lot of vulnerability in the longer term, so we'll see how that works out. Again, day 16, again, you can see what I mean. The trough comes in. This may try to connect here, these troughs, and then the ridging up over the top connects there. Here it is, the hemispheric, again, same thing, just a larger view. You can see how that ridge connects across, and the cold gets pulled in underneath. The whole thing collapses. Here is the Canadian, again, 0 through 5, day 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 11 to 16. I like the Canadian better. Also, this is very similar to the European with the warmth holding on in the eastern part of the United States. And I believe this is my last map here. No, that's the last map. But again, I like this look from the Canadian a little bit better. The ridge in the east, even though the block is over Greenland, you can't connect the two and force the cold into the lower 48. But maybe there's day 16. Maybe you're starting to connect over here. But again, this trough looks too far west to me because you don't have the blocking over the top like you do on the GFS Ensemble. And finally, here is the temperature for the month so far. I keep forgetting if this is the last map. But yes, this is the last map. I got like 20 of these on here, and sometimes you forget which one's the last, but this one is the last. I'm clicking and you're not advancing, so that is the last. But here is the temperatures for the first 17 days of the month. Warm in the southwest. I think by month's end, this will get cut back. Probably going to see below normal temperatures by the end of the month in here. Continue to below normal here. And this obviously will be coming up, I think, quite substantially over the next week. So again, a lot of fun and games on the table for the month of February. And again, record warmth in the eastern part of the United States this upcoming week. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.